How important exactly are mood boards for a design project, whether that be for a logo or a full branding identity? Well, the answer is very important. But what is a mood board and why should we as designers curate them in the first place? So essentially, a mood board defines a visual direction for a brand or a project or whatever you're working on, and it is an arrangement of varying assets such as imagery, colours, typography, and anything in between really. This in turn will help us designers as well as our clients choose specific themes, concepts, and sort of a general vibe for the project itself. And without this, the scope of possibility can become too wide, and the consequences can be constant back and forth with clients, constant revisions, and just in general a total lack of clarity, which is obviously something that we don't want. So today I'm applying my process to a mock client or mock brief, but it will stay the same for a real client as well. Some technicalities may change, but the fundamental process will stay the same. So for example, if I was working with a real client, I would have them make a mood board in something accessible like Pinterest, just so I can get a feel for what they like and the kind of vibe that they want to go for and what they sort of envisage their brand being. So to demonstrate my process for you guys, I am going to be using a branding project that I did recently for a design competition, and a prerequisite for any good mood board is a brief. So I've got the brief here now, and this was supplied by the people who ran the competition. It wasn't presented to me like this, it was in a PDF document and it was broken down into different sections. So I've just condensed it down for you guys into a neat paragraph with all the key stuff. If you're wondering what software I'm using to put the board together, then this is called Millernote, and a lot of people use Illustrator to piece together their boards, which is fine because I used to do that myself. But I really enjoyed the flow and UI of Millernote, and to be fair, I centralize most of my life sort of organization in here anyway, just like people do in Notion. So if we have a look at the brief, it says that the company is called Teal and they are a premium tea business that bring quality, natural ingredients and the environment to the forefront. Their flagship product is a Japanese matcha tea, which is in the form of tablets that dissolve in hot water. Their target audience are millennials on a medium to high and high income. They want to convey a sense of freshness and elegance with the colour teal representing rejuvenation and clarity. So the deliverables are a logo and a product packaging mock-up for their Japanese matcha tea tablets. And I've not put it down here, but on the PDF document it did also say that the logo is crucial to the overall design and seeing how it translates from a branding perspective on a single product packaging. So now I have the brief and some good info to get me started. I like to just go through and highlight some of the keywords that are sort of popping out to me. This will help me choose a direction for the brand, and when I go and refer back to the brief, it will stand out so I don't have to read through the entire brief again. So now it's time to actually create the mood board. So I've created this board within Millernote, and I'm going to use some key terms and relevant words to search for imagery and other assets that I think will apply to the vibe that we want to go for. So I've already got an image in here which was supplied by the competition. There was a mood board in the PDF document that was sent to us, and out of all the images I felt like this fit what I wanted to go for the best. So I highlighted a fair few keywords in the brief, but I really like to narrow down to just a few so I can tailor the board to a specific direction. So I really want to focus on Japanese, nature and premium, so I'm going to cater the mood board to that. So I'm going to take to the internet to find my assets. I usually use Pinterest and other sites such as Dribbble or even just Google itself, and have a look at what pops up, which can take you to websites that you've never visited before, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to be using Pinterest for this one, and I want to start by getting some Japanese themed assets in here to start this board off. I really want to focus on the Japanese aspect of the brand, as I think that can provide the premium vibe and the colours that I'm thinking of using. So I'm going to fast forward this bit while I look for these assets, but in general you can be as particular or as loose as you want when you're mood boarding. Personally, I like to be as consistent as I can, but I am open to bringing slightly left field assets in if I think that they can be useful. So I feel like I've got enough imagery for now, and I just want to sample some of these colours. So this is one of the things that I really like about Milano. You can drag in these swatches and eyedrop any colour that you want. It will even give you a name for the colour, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm just sampling some of the colours that I've got in this Japanese landscape image. I pulled a teal light colour, an orange for the accent colour, and a sort of off-white colour, which can be used for like non-offensive contrast, which may be good for the type. The last assets I want to bring in are some typeface examples that I think will fit the brand well. I want something fairly modern and clean, so I've chosen 3 sans serif fonts that will inform my type choice. And something I like to do to give myself context and the client is just to put a note on each asset, just to say what I'm seeing, what I like, what I don't like, because you can find an image that you quite like because of, let's say, the colours, but the image itself may not resonate with you or the brand that you're trying to create. So at this point, we've got a mood board that's starting to come together. There isn't a right or wrong way to do this, and as much as you should be particular about the assets that you bring in, you can always bring them in and trim the fat after once you come to really specifying a direction. In other words, don't treat this as something you have to get perfect. There is an art to mood boarding, but it is not the art itself. If I were to tune this further, I could add some more industry related assets in here just to give some more examples of what's already out there, which will help us to see how we can make this brand stand out from the crowd. So there is my mood board process. I'm always seeing how I can change it and improve it with every project that I do. I hope this has helped you to see how you can mood board and why we do it in the first place. And if you have a totally different mood boarding process, then please let me know in the comment section below. This is Toast, by the way. I thought this would be the best time to introduce you guys to her. So yeah, say hello. I just want to give a quick shout out to Blaze for giving me a suggestion to make this video. And if you want to see the finished branding project that I base this video on, then click the link here and it'll take you straight to that. And until the next one, I will see you guys in a bit.